Hey, YouTube Nation. I have nothing to say right now. I've got severe YouTube anxiety. That's right. I'm sitting here right now in a house somewhere in the world on vacation. My crazy friend John behind the camera, and I don't have anything to say. My mind's blank. I want to be able to say the right thing. What is the right thing to say to you? I know you all want to see like in-field videos, because to see me actually go and close a woman. Go ahead, they're up there. But right now, what do I say? What's the perfect thing to say? You are watching me right now, hanging at every single word because you're looking for some wisdom and some tidbit, something that's just going to shake your fucking existence. Something that's going to make you meet women better, something that's going to make you feel better. You're looking for inspiration. Well, so is a woman that you're talking to. She's looking to be inspired by you. So when you walk over there like a block of ice just dripping or a block of wood saying nothing, you're not inspiring her at all. When in doubt, ask her what inspires her. When in doubt, ask her a question. So, how long have you been working at the store? What made you want to get into retail? What inspired you to get into retail? What inspired you to be an accountant? What inspired you to eat that chocolate pie right now? Use the word inspiration. Women want a guy, and they connect to a guy who's interested in them. And you don't want to be like Larry King and ask him 20 fucking questions, all right? But you ask him one good question, and then you get excited about who they are. The conversation just starts to flow. Is it resonating with you? See, when I started this video out, I was trying to get into your head, your mindset, the way you think, the way you feel. Because I've been there. Let me tell you something. I used to have really bad approach anxiety. I remember, like it was yesterday. I literally remember walking down the street, like it was almost yesterday. It was a summer night. I was out in the Hamptons where I am right now. And there was this beautiful girl walking towards me. And she looked directly in my eyes. It couldn't be any easier. What did I do? I remember it like it was yesterday. I did nothing. I literally just stood there like a dummy. My friend started laughing and said, "Man, she wants you. She's like laying down for you." What did I do? I hung outside it was a candy shop. And I stood there and waited for her to come out. When she came out, she looked at me again like it was yesterday. I did nothing. My tongue felt like it was swollen in my mouth, literally. Like 1,000 bees like stung my tongue. And I just stood there and she looked at me again. And this time she didn't smile. She looked at me wondering what the fuck was going on inside my dumbass head. So what did my friend and I do? Like it was yesterday. I remember standing there watching her and her friend sit down at a bench. And we stood there and we debated what to say. What do we say? What do we do? What do we say? What do we do? Then finally, she left. So we did what any red-blooded man will do. We followed her. I remember doing that like it was yesterday. She got into her car. We hid behind a tree because she thought, we thought that she saw us, and she probably did. She left. I literally beat myself up, and I remember just like it was yesterday. I was so pissed at myself, so angry. I woke up the next morning like it was almost today, with OCD, talking non-stop about her. When am I going to see that girl again? Am I ever going to see that girl again? Maybe if we go back to the candy shop. I remember this. And I remember it like it was yesterday, and I remember it like it was today because I get these emails from you guys all the time. And it brings back memories of the way it used to be for me. And I remember I had the perfect thing to say to her. I was just going to walk up to her and go, "So, what type of yogurt did you get?" Gee, it was real simple. She came out with a fucking tub of yogurt. And those places, in the candy shops where they also have yogurt too. She had yogurt and then gummy bears on it. I could have been like, "Oh my God, you're a gummy bear aficionado. That's so cute. I haven't had a gummy bear in so long." I had the perfect thing to say. When she looked at me, I could have just said hello. I couldn't even mouth anything. I was like the swollen tongue. And that's what really inspires me. When I get an email from you guys, and it reminds me of how it used to feel like it was yesterday for me. I remember that pain. I remember that torture. I remember the beating up inside my head. I remember seeing women. I remember seeing women in a supermarket and flirting with her, and it's going so great, but I forget to ask her out. I remember that like it was just last night. And then, of course, when she leaves and drives away, I stand there and I think to myself, I could have just asked for her name and asked her out. It would have been that simple. I remember like it was today, driving past the supermarket and literally hoping she'd show up again at 7:15 and looking for her car in a parking lot. I remember those things. I remember doing that. I remember one time I remember driving. A friend of mine were at the beach. I remember driving down the fucking beach. I remember I looked at him. He goes, "Why are you in this beach? No one goes to this beach with families." I said, "It's near that girl's house that we saw yesterday at the supermarket. I know she's there. We got to find her car." I remember her car was like this little BMW. I remember looking for the car. I've done all those things. I know what it's like to feel that way. I know what it's like to feel really crazed about it because you beat yourself up so much about a missed opportunity. And I feel your pain. Because it feels like yesterday to me sometimes. Because I read all your emails and I feel your frustration and I feel your pain. And that's what inspires me to really help you out. Because it really is pretty simple. Usually you know what to say, but you just don't trust it. And usually when you do the recap and you're OCD beating yourself up, usually the things you should have said to her are exactly what she needed to hear. It just takes balls to walk through that fear. It just takes guts to gain that confidence. I know, I just feel like it was like just this morning I had to redeem myself. I remember that time too. You know, when you just say to yourself, the first hot girl I'm going to see, I'm going to go over and talk to. And like you might be on the beach and there's a girl standing there and you're like, fuck it, I'm going to go talk to her. And you talk to her and have a great conversation. I remember it like it was just like 5 hours ago. I've been there, guys. I really get it. I really feel your pain and I really understand that. And that's why I want to help you. I got a special free gift for you if you come to my website, davidwygant.com. Something that I know is going to help you change your life and impact you. I'm also going to put out a couple of videos of the way I used to be, my feeling of yesterday. I've got hidden footage of when I was in my 20s, going through those obsessions, which I found recently. I'm going to start chopping those videos up and I'm going to start putting some of them on YouTube so you guys can see exactly the way I used to be. Full of fear, full of anxiety. Sure, I got laid, but I mean, a lot of times I just didn't meet the woman I wanted to meet.